it's one of the most rewarding and best experiences of my life because there's good men here. And we're all very different backgrounds, but we all have that common drive that we are literally sacrificing and giving to be here so we can help the regiment grow, so we can give back and grow the force. It's a privilege to work with these men.
It's complicated, it's dangerous, but being able to come up on a beach completely undetected and conduct a mission and leave completely undetected, I enjoy the sort of summation of everything together. So it's the planning and the knowledge that you can conduct missions in very unusual circumstances.
There are Special Forces, Green Beret, National Guard guys within the United States that do help out with, homeland type things, help out with natural disasters, things like that, and also help out overseas, doing different training missions, going doing combat rotations, and then coming home, and then, who's to say that you're not coming home during hurricane season and get activated again.
Guard Special Forces basically covers the entire country. We're able to really give the military the ability to flex with completely trained Green Berets, 2 groups worth available to do whatever needs to be done in the world at a moment's notice.
I'm an M-Day soldier at National Guard, which means that I drill once a month. I come down here for our annual training, which is 3 weeks this year. We do our monthly drills and our annual training, but typically your average National Guard SF soldier is going to spend a lot more time on orders because of all the different types of training that may come up throughout the year, deployments, and then J sets where we will go to another country and train a partner nation force.
The 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year does not apply to Special Forces Guard. It's quite a bit more. It takes a certain personality to be attracted to this line of work, but it's that same personality that's going to want to be the very best at whatever they're doing on their civilian side.
I'm an 88 Lima for the 20 Special Forces Group out of Birmingham, Alabama. 88 Lima is a watercraft engineer, and I'm the only one in the state of Alabama for the Army National Guard. It's been a real pleasure being able to help these guys out on the dive teams, make sure all their boats and motors and everything's working good so they'll be able to finish their missions.
With the SF Guard, it's kind of like a hidden gem. I mean, you can still pursue a degree, you can still pursue any type of other endeavor that you were thinking of or planning to do, but you still have the time to play and still be around like-minded individuals.
It really is the best job in the military, just being around the guys. All the guys are intelligent, great personalities, highly trained, and very motivated. So when you get that group of guys together and they really come together and gel, it's pretty amazing what an operational detachment alpha can do.
When you tell someone that you're in the Guard, you're in the SF Guard, and they're like, what? Sometimes they're like, no, you're a liar, or okay, whatever, man, you're a poser or something like that. And then you have to explain, it's like, no, there are units out there are, state assets, especially for Florida hurricanes, or, lie control. But yeah, off the bat, when no one's heard of that, they don't believe you. They don't believe you, and because they only, see the active guys at Fort Bragg or whatnot, and they're like, wait, you're in the Green Berets, but you live in Tampa? And then you start working with other active units, and they're like, okay, well, I want to go do that as well. I want to live in Tampa and go Halo and dive and do this and that and go to school. So guys will come up to me and be like, hey, I'm really actually thinking about going SF Guard now. And then it goes through the vetting process.
I didn't know when I first heard about it. I was approached at a gym by a guy that had been in here for a long time, and he said, hey, you just get out of the military, you should think about joining the Special Forces National Guard. And I thought he was joking with me. I didn't realize there was special operations in the National Guard. And then once I found out more about it, I thought this might be a pretty good option for me, because I do want to continue to serve, but I also want to go back to school, start a career, have a family, and have my family closer to home, being able to, grow up around their family.
Growing up, there were airplanes around, little Cessnas, things like that, and I was able to fly from a pretty young age. So multi-engine commercial instrument, and that that allows me to fly both privately for myself, but if I were to pursue it, I could fly commercially as well. I ultimately ended up at the London School of Economics, studying industrial relations and finance. I had gone that direction initially because I wanted to go into investment banking, but having spent a number of summers working in New York at some of the more reputable investment banking firms as a summer intern, I ultimately decided that wasn't the direction I wanted to go. Hence, I ended up starting my company. I think going to school overseas really gives you a different perspective, and I think I'm fortunate to have that experience and be able to bring it to the team.
The SFAR, we call it Special Forces Advanced Urban Combat School.
The importance of this is training the warfighter. With budget cuts and with things going the way they are, this is some of the best training that guys will get on a consistent basis. This class always brings a good mix of very seasoned and experienced guys who've been in group for 10, 15, some guys, 20 plus years, and also brand new guys that just completed the course. So it's a way to get them together, give them a standard of training, and help prepare them. For some guys, this is the last bit of training they get before they deploy.
This is one of the training events where it actually brings your team together. You start to realize, oh, okay, I can see this guy. I know that's him in the dark because the way he's walking.
The new shoot house, it is a state-of-the-art facility. It's got the latest technology. It's got hundreds, if not thousands, of cameras you can see from every different angle, and you can quickly reconfigure it so you can give guys different looks at any different type of structure that you want. So that new shoot house is going to be a great training tool for special operations, certainly, and any other unit that ends up coming down to use it. It's going to be a great asset for the Alabama National Guard.
The charge goes, it's a loud boom, and then you just kind of feel the overpressure come.
Once you hear that, you know it's go time. Your heart's racing and your breathing rate goes up.
It's teaching people how to think, not just react. So through going through these scenarios and going through this training, they're getting that dose of stress, so that stress inoculation. As the training progresses, they're able to actually think and assess the situation. Here's where we are. Here's where the threats are. Where does it make sense to move? And they can do that quickly by applying the lessons learned.
You're relying on everybody. You're relying on someone to pick up your security without even talking to the guy. You're relying on someone to place that charge correctly as you're looking away from it, and he's not gonna drop it or he's gonna prime it correctly. And this training too, the face of war is always changing. There are places still where there is house-to-house fighting. And who's to say that when you're in it, that you're not gonna go and conduct an assault with your, host nation.
One of the nice things about this being a National Guard Green Beret-led school is that we still teach those core things we need to cover, but we're also flexible. So it's always growing and improving as a class. So even though there are some guys who've come back here 3-4 times, the class is always a little new, and there's more to learn and more to be gained from it.
I honestly believe that being a team sergeant and for an operational detachment is the best job in the military. And we only get to do it part-time. On deployments, it's even better, but it really is the best job in the military.
When I had to make that first step to totally get out and put all my eggs in one basket and to just commit to coming to SF, to the Guard, finally graduating, getting the beret and seeing my dad there was probably the height. 2.5 years of training and finally get to that. There's a lot rolling on that, and getting put on the teams I've been on, and then getting put on the dive team, and then excelling through that. But I would say the SF Guard is really probably one of the heights of my lifetime. It really has been. As far as the training, just meeting the guys. I've built lifelong relationships with guys. It's awesome. It really is.
That's what's great about the Green Berets is we each contribute something very different.
Anything we do, the most meaningful part about it for me is to just be with the guys, be with the team, and continue to build that team dynamic. Every time I enjoy getting together with the guys and building that camaraderie again, and catching up and just spending time with the guys, improving the team through our training, and just getting to be around those personalities and those types of people. You just can't find it anywhere else.
Just being in the special operations community, I wouldn't be anywhere else. I love the mentality and the people in it. But the greatest thing that brings me back is the men. The people that, we surround ourselves with.
I'm here because of patriotism, because I love my country.
There's a different level of dedication, not better, not worse, but there's a different level of dedication that National Guard members have in contributing to the defense of our nation.
I want to trade it for the world, man.